I need everybody's votes, I guess. I'm sorry.
That's what I was just going to say.
I just forgot about that.
We move on
Yeah,
to
can
our
you do that?
next evaluator.
Bob has very kindly agreed to step in and do that for me.
Please take a moment to vote for best table topics. We had Eric who talked about beer, and we had Maddie who talked about farming. And now I'd like to introduce our second evaluator, Jim, who is going to evaluate Arnie.
Excellent. Arnie, so you're going to give us some bad news. I'm not pleased I showed up for this. Had I known it's bad news, I would not be showing up. So it was interesting because this is actually, I would argue, one of the more difficult speeches you could possibly give. You know, when you're placed in a situation where you have bad news to give to an organization, you would assume that the audience probably has at least an inkling that they've got bad news coming to them, so they're not happy to see you in the first place. As you give them the bad news, obviously they're not going to become more happy, and then when you're done, they're probably going to be even more dissatisfied with you because you just gave them bad news. So I would view this as being arguably one of the toughest speeches you could possibly find yourself in a situation to do. I had a little bit of a challenge with your speech, because I was expecting you to give me some bad news. I'm being fired, I'm being laid off. Oh, bad, it is cancerous. Sorry about that. Nope, the house is completely gone. There's really arguably nothing left of it. Just want to let you know. So it could be any one of these things, okay? Those are clearly bad news to me. Instead, you went off on sort of a tangent, and you talked about news and accuracy and reporting, and I don't disagree that if we're getting, news that's not accurate, that's clearly not good. But that wasn't as personal as I was expecting the bad news to be. That's a bad situation, I'll grant you that, but I wouldn't know if I'd really call that to be bad news. An interesting part about this speech that I think is actually very, very critical is your facial expression. I think if I'm sitting in the audience and you're giving me bad news, I'm probably staring at you pretty hard because I'm hanging on your every word. Because the information that you're delivering to me is critical to me, okay, and I want to know what's going on. Your facial expression was okay, but I wanted to see more of it, communicating probably the emotion of what you're giving to me. You had fantastic hand gestures, as you always do. I noticed something interesting about your eye contact. I guess this is my big thing. Let's talk about this. You went to this side of the room, and then you went to that side of the room. And then you went back to this side of the room, and then you went to that side of the room. So you were going left, right, left, right, left. You were making good eye contact with different people, but you were doing it here, 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 here. You were basically walking your way down the table and coming back. What I would have preferred to see is you make some eye contact with somebody, perhaps you move to the person next to them. At that point in time, you switch over to the other. So it wasn't quite as distinguished back and forth. At one point in time, we assumed the Prussian military general position, okay, which is fantastic, but probably not appropriate during a speech. I thought your 3 points about how you deliver news was great. I thought that was great information. It fit well in your speech, and I was hanging on what the 3 were. You were going 1, 2, 3. I wanted to hear what each one of those 3s were. And I think very, very clearly it came out in your speech that you really believed what you were talking about. You really care about the accuracy of news and what kind of information that we're getting. And I think that came out as a part of your speech. I thought that was great. You really can't fake that. You can't make that up. It was very clear that you cared about the thing that you were talking about. And especially in the situation that you would be providing bad news, that would be a critical quality to bring to the table. So overall, very good job.
Thank you, Jim.